Hello everyone. It's time for another virtual story. I hope you've had a really good week. I have. And I wish I could see you as I always do, but I'll see you one of these days soon, I hope. So are you ready for something a little different this week? This lesson or story is about you. Let me start by just reminding you about the lesson we had last week. Do you remember we talked about the saints? And we said the saints are part of our extended community of the people of God. And these people devoted their lives and their special gifts to God. Now, most of them did not know that they were going to be saints. They were just living the best life they could and always giving God the credit and always giving their best. So the leaders of a church decide that someone's life was the life of a saint. So what that means is you could be a saint. I could be a saint. If we are living our lives and sharing our gifts and living the best life we can and devoting our gifts to God, you just never know. We might end up being saints. So today I want to show you a fun project and give you some time to think about what your special gifts are and what you're doing to live the best life you can now and what you plan to do as you get older. We're going to make a little book. You'll need some paper. I've gathered some materials here. I'll show them to you as we go. You'll need probably 3 pieces of paper, maybe 4 if you like projects a lot. You're going to fold this in half. And this is going to be a book about you. So on the cover, you're going to put a picture of yourself. And because this is a project of you, you can use whatever color paper you want. I just happen to have white, but you can use whatever color you want. But do fold it in half like a book. You can put your picture on the front of the cover, or you may make a drawing on the front of the cover of things that you love. And I think I'm going to do that. So I love hearts and flowers, and I love children, and I love sunshine. Now you may take your time and make really nice pictures. I'm going to do this kind of quickly. Here are the children. All right, good enough for now. I'm sure yours will be better. But here's my cover, all right? And you can put your name on the front too. Then we start with your picture. Now I just got a school photo. You can get whatever photo your parents will let you have, or maybe you have some of those little school photos left. Here's my photo from school. My hair was a lot shorter because I haven't had a haircut since we had COVID start. So it's getting longer. So you're gonna need a glue stick or some glue, and you're gonna glue your picture to start your book. Okay, so just glue on the back, and you can glue it to either side, whichever side you prefer. Okay, and that's the first page. And you're going to turn the page. All right, and on your next page, you're going to put a picture of where you live. Okay, And I have some ideas. You may do whatever you like. You may draw a picture of your house. You may draw whatever you like if you'd like to draw. I'm not very good at drawing. I wish I was. So I just went to the internet and I got some pictures. I first got a picture of the whole world. And I'm going to glue that one in first. Then I thought, this is going to be a picture of where I live, right? So I live in the United States, right? But the United States is big. So I got a picture of the United States. And I'm going to put that on here too. So that'll show a little bit more about where I live. All right. So there's this page. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to point to where I live. I live in the United States. Now you can do this however you want. You can circle it. You can draw a little star where you live. You can draw a big arrow. So I'm going to draw a little star that I live in the United States. And then in the United States, we live in Texas. So I'm going to put a star on Texas because that's where we live. Texas is a really big state. So I decided that wasn't quite enough information about where I live. So I made, once again, I went to the internet and I Googled map of Houston. And I got lots of choices, but I like this one. That is a map of Houston. Houston's pretty big. So once again, I'm going to glue this in, and I am going to, you might need to ask your mom or dad for this one. It's like, where in Houston do we live, Mom and Dad? I know that I live somewhere past the loop and near this street, near this freeway, close enough. So I'm going to put that. Now, there's still room on here, so if I wanted to, I could write my address. Of where I live. Yeah. And if I wanted to, I could draw a picture of the house that I live in. I know it's 2 stories, and it has a balcony and some windows and stairs to get up to the front door, and another big window here. I'm sure your drawing will look much better than that, but there's where I live. Okay. And the next page. See how much fun this is going to be? The next page is a flag of the country I live in. And what is that? Of course, it's the United States of America. So, again, you may draw a flag if you want to. You'll just need to make the lines and the stars. And all you need is red and blue and white. I just did it the lazy way. And then I decided, once again, the United States is so big, and every state in the United States has its own flag. So, I printed out a flag for Texas. I'm going to put that in here too. And you may write on your pages, United States of America, Texas. I'm trying to do this a little quickly so you can see just how, but you take your time, okay? Now, on the next page, this is a page where you write about yourself. And to do that, it's your book. You do it however you want. You can just write on the paper. You can draw lines. If you prefer to draw lines and write in the lines, just get a ruler and make your lines however you want them. And then you'll have something to write on if you prefer lines. Another way, if you like lines, is to just get a piece of lined paper and cut it to fit. And then you can glue that in. And then you'll have some lines to write on if you prefer. And that is entirely up to you. This is your book. But these are the pages where you write about yourself. You can write about what's important to you. You can write about the things you like to do, the things you like to eat. You can write about what you think your gift might be. What do you think you might be good at, that you might even be better at when you grow up? So while you're thinking about what to write, on this paper, this other side, so let's take a look at what I mean. You've got your lines that you're going to write on, if you want to write on lines, or you drew your lines. So you're going to write here. But while you're thinking about it, we're going to make a timeline on this side. A timeline, you will need a ruler. Now this isn't going to be a whole timeline of your life because we're all still here. Thank goodness. But you're going to start with your birthday. Timeline means what's happened over time. So I'm going to write my birthday. Okay. And so you start a timeline like that. You make a little line and you write when you were born. In fact, you should put born or birthday. There we go. Or I'm going to put born. Okay, so that's the beginning of my timeline. Born. And then for you, you can write whatever is important to you. You can write when you first started walking or talking, or when you first went to school, or if you've moved, like when you moved. Just whatever has happened in your life, you make a line, and then you say what happened. Okay? So you see my line? So I could say my line, I would have to skip a lot because I'm so old. But I could say I went to elementary school and high school and college. So I could put lots of school on that one. Yeah, and then I got out of school, and then I started working at a school because I like to teach. So I'm going to put teach here. There we go. Now you will do whatever you want to on this. That's just your timeline of your life. I think I did it. Okay, so now I hope you're ready to write some thoughts over here about you. Okay. Now you may take as many pages as you want to do that. If you put 3 pages together, you're going to have several pages that you have left for that. Okay. You don't have to write on every page, but you can save a couple of pages if you want, because you might think of something later that you want to add to your book. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close my little book. Oh yeah, there's my cover. Now you can leave your book like this if you want to, but if you want it to not fall apart, there are a couple of ideas for that. You can use a stapler and just staple it right here on the edge, and that will keep it together. If you want it to be a little fancier, you or your parent can poke a hole through it with a hole punch. That's a little hard. You might need help. Yeah, I think I needed help. Okay, and then you can use some kind of a ribbon or whatever you want. I had this leftover gold from a package that I got, and I saved it because I thought, that's so pretty, I want to use it for something. So then you just tie your pages together, and that's kind of a fun way to put a book together. So now we have some thoughts from you, and maybe you'll end up being a saint and we'll have all these ideas from you. Another thing that people like to add to this is something special to you, an object. And that you can draw on the last page as you think about something that's very important to you, a thing that would represent something important to you. I'm not even sure what I would put in mine. Maybe a book. Anyway, so there you are. That's your work for you, your life, and who knows? If you like doing this project, you could do another book about someone that you know that you think is very special. Someone you think is so special, maybe they'll be a saint. Maybe they help people a lot. Maybe they're just kind. Remember, all these people did different things. Thought for God. That means studied and thought and wrote ideas down to share with people so they would understand. And this love for God. Maybe you know somebody is so full of love. Remember, there were people who traveled, people who were calm and quiet and wise, people who were fair. So maybe you know somebody like that. And if you do, and you have time, you want to make another book, you can make a book like that about them. All right. That is the end of our lesson for today. I hope you had a good time. And maybe if you'll save your book, you can show it to me when we get together. All right. I found this book in our library at FCC, and this is what I wanted to read to you because I'm always asking you to take a moment and be grateful for the things you have in your life. So I thought this book is perfect for me and for you. It's called Grateful, a Song of Giving Thanks. And it is by John Buccino, and the illustrations are by Anna-Lisa Hakarainen. And then I found out that it actually is a song that Art Garfunkle sings. So I am going to show you this book while Art Garfunkle sings it to you. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There are many times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay to pray. got a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay until the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, this hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed, and to be grateful. It's not that I don't wanna love or hope for more or dream of more, but giving thanks for what I've got makes me so much happier than keeping score. In a world that can bring pain, I will still take each chance. For I believe that whatever the terrain, our feet can learn to dance. Whatever stone life may slay, we can mold or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed, and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful.
I wonder if you had a favorite part of that. I know I did. So take a moment. Remember the things that you're grateful for. God bless us all. Have a wonderful week. Bye.
And let's close with a prayer. Master of the universe, grant me the ability to be alone. May it be my custom to go outdoors each day, among the trees and grasses, among all growing things. And there may I be alone and enter into prayer, to talk with the one that I belong to. Amen. I hope you've enjoyed today's stories, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Enjoy the service.